I am Yori Folari. Okay, we have an official opposition party in the sense that INEC has just announced that it has recognized ADC led by former Senate President David Mark. They're also, it's made up of notable politicians, coming from both PDP and APC. Those are the kind of people that make it up. And, let's talk about that today. We are yet to hear of what their plan actually is. Well, the loudest plan that they've put out there is to send President Tinubu packing. That seems to be, what is guiding them. Of course, I'm sure it must be more substantial than that, because people are now going to wonder and will be asking, so tell us what you're going to do beyond send Tinubu packing. Okay, agreeing without conceding, conceding without agreeing that this objective of yours, let's say you can even do it. So what is it that you're going to do differently? Okay, we'll talk about that today with my guest. He's a friend of the house, Liborous Oshoma, legal practitioner, political affairs analyst. It's a delight to have you, as always.
Thank you, Uncle Yori.
My brother. Now that we have this opposition properly, yes, they always were opposition, but people were saying, we're not, we'll see about that. Well, they've been very hard at work, and somehow they've got INEC to post by itself that they now recognize the David Mark-led ADC. So I suppose, first of all, two questions. One is a mini one, which is, so what about Dumebi Kachiku, who had been showing that he wasn't quite happy with the way things were going? That's one. That's the small one. The other one is that, what do you think of this? What does this mean towards 2027?
Yeah, thank you very much. And good day to our viewers and all over the world. For Dumebi Kachiku, this is a battle that had been on since 2022. Mm-hmm. The former, I think, party chairman, Raf or so, yes. There were allegations that he was contrary to the provisions of the Constitution, I think Section 223 of the Constitution also, that makes provision for periodic elections in political party and internal democracy. Mm-hmm. That he had, been at the head of affairs of that political party for up to 16 years or so. And Dumebi Kachiku had levied allegations against him that what they just simply do is wait for every election cycle. They sell, mandate to the highest bidder and all of those were allegations, and they went to court. Dumebi Kachiku defeated Kingsley Moghalu in the primaries, and so he had a running battle with the party leadership at that level, and they had the support of some states, leaders of the party. But then the matter went to the Court of Appeal, and typical of the courts, they refused to interfere in the internal workings of the party. And to that extent, that's where I know of that matter. Even when the ADC was formed, or when they infused new members, I wouldn't say formed because it has been in existence since.
Yes, before.
I also listened to Dumebi Kachiku also, raising certain allegations. But now that INEC had recognized the party leadership under David Mark, I would say that as it is, it's either the court would either also want to interfere. But I can tell you that the court will not interfere in the leadership.
Because so it's an internal affair of the party. It's an internal
affair of the party. So the court cannot impose leaders on the party. So it is either for Dumebi Kachiku to either leave the party, align with them, or join another party. There are so many other political parties, but it is a good one for the ADC that they are able to put a house in order. Mm-hmm. It shows that they are truly ready to give the APC a run for their money. Anyway, these are veteran politicians.
All of them. It's top heavy with
the political
them.
landscape for a very long time.
Yes.
From David Mark, we all know his antecedent.
Yes.
Right from his youthful days, he's been a military leader. You know, became Senate president for a long time. At some point, even when he left, some people addressed him, called him Senate Committee Chair on Observation. You know, and then I think Abamoro, he left Abamoro, you know, who is still in PDP, by the way, you know, replaced him in the Senate. So people have been accusing. Also, it is good for the APC because there have a lot of accusation thrown at the APC, and especially administration of President Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that they are not receptible to opposition ideas, and that they've used police and the DSS to invite opposition, members of the opposition. Anyway, that argument is neither here nor there, because for the fact that you're in opposition does not mean that you should run foul of the law. Because also, when APC was in opposition, they did accuse PDP of harassing them using state apparatus. You remember those days, Marilyn Oga, who was the spokesperson of the DSS, was almost like the spokesperson of the PDP then, where they were. So it's always their game. It's what they do. But why I said it is good for the PDP, the APC, is that they've been accused severally of not, of not giving a fair play to opposition. And so now having an opposition that seems formidable, you know, they can beat their chest to say, well, you see, even the INEC that you have serially accused of playing the APC game have also recognized, you know, the opposition. If the INEC had recognized the other factional leader, it would have been that, oh, look, the INEC is playing the card of the APC or the government in power. So that's done. Now that the party had been recognized, we should not shy away from the fact that everybody knows, even Buba Galadima has said it, that the ADC is Atiku's candidate, Atiku by extension, Atiku or president by extension, whatever, anyhow you want to look at it. And so Atiku had led the PDP, so we'll wait for him now to see when he will join the ADC.
Well, so, no, he's already in the ADC.
But he has not formally.
But he has always been a floor member.
Yes,
the
he
way
has
they've been
formally registered in his wards.
Oh, okay.
He has not formally, but I don't think so, because he left the PDP, but he has not formally registered in his ward as a member of the ADC.
Okay, you know what?
So sorry quickly, sir. Okay. So now that, you know, all of those modalities for recognition had been, all the hurdles had been crossed, I think the next thing would now be for the ADC to show Nigerians truly what they mean by, you know, removing, you know, Nigerian from the woods.